What's going on, you guys? So this is the day in the life, or the day in a life of an entrepreneur. It is 7:00 p.m. and I am now on my way to see a tenant. So excuse me. As much as I don't want it to be, my business is open for it's open 24/7, I guess. If things have to get done, they got to get done. You know what I mean? So I hope you guys are having a good evening. I can't complain. Right now, again, I've told you all, and I keep telling you, and I'm going to deliver. Believe me, I'm going to deliver. Be watching out for a special episode of Whalen Enterprises Live, and we'll be talking about our project. Just to give you a little update, we got started about mid-October. Due date was December 20th, and we are still working on the project. So I'm not going to give you no more detail than that. Are we halfway finished? Maybe a little over half. But I'll give you all the details once everything's finished, and I can show you all the finished product. And hopefully you all will learn from our wins and our losses in this process. That's what I'm hoping for, because at the end of the day, we've got some interesting things to talk about, people. Very interesting things to talk about. And if you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe. I want to thank all my subscribers. I want to thank all the new viewers. Thank all the people who tune in who haven't subscribed but punch the like button. I appreciate you guys. But yeah, we got a lot going on, you all. A lot going on. So I'm just trying to keep my head above water right now as far as all the tasks that I have to do. I got a few things to fill out. And of course, you know, I got my schedule where I have to work. So let's see what we got here. Hold on a minute. Hello. Yeah, I'm gonna go here. So yeah, we're just doing the best we can, you know what I'm saying? We're still a baby. Well, I'd say we're a toddler now, as far as in the business. We'll be approaching 4 years this year. So first 2 years were really good. As far as I'm concerned, last year wasn't bad. Could have been better, but it could have been worse. All right, so that's that. I was I was talking to my property manager the other day, and he said he was talking to a tenant or whatever, and to know if he had anything in his arsenal that she could rent after her lease was up with me, and he was like, I got plenty to rent, but you won't get it at the price you're getting what you got now, and at the quality that you're getting it. And I do appreciate him saying that, and I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly. We're not trying to rip people off, just trying to make a living. And my rent on all of my properties, they're the lowest around. I mean, I've seen it. I've talked to other investors, I've talked to other landlords, talked to other property managers. What I got going on is the best around right now. So let's see what we got here. Hold on a minute. My eyes are trying to adjust. I bet you. Okay. Okay. And that's not me bragging. I can promise you that if you were to go and stack my units up against somebody else's and see the quality that you got for the rent that you're going to have to pay, yeah, you're going to choose me. The only reason why people don't choose me is because of location. Right now, the properties I have are not in a very desirable location. Not saying crime-ridden or anything, but they're kind of out of the way, away from the city. So, I hope not. Don't say that. I hope not. I'm praying. If I see it, I hope it stays out of the road. I've had my fill of those things. And you have to forgive me if I don't read any more comments, because just like you said, I got to keep my eyes peeled on the deer. So, but I'm excited for what's to come this year. Set a few goals, a few standards. I learned quite a bit in 2025. Whoa, shit. Did y'all see that? Oh my gosh. People just walking. And he's walking on the wrong side of the damn street. Excuse my language. I'm sorry, guys. To my young ones, I'm sorry. Y'all don't use that language. But anyway, yeah, we've set up some goals for this year, so kind of behind already against the 8 ball, but that's okay. Circumstances arose last year that put us behind this year, but we're gonna get there. Get there. I set some pretty, well, we set some pretty lofty goals. I mean, how can I put this? These goals are attainable, but it's going to take some work. It's going to take some work, and I got to find a good team. But the goals are attainable. And when you just got to stay dedicated. You know what I mean? You got to plan. First you got to pray, plan, and then execute. You can pray and plan all day long, but if you don't move, nothing will get done. And it's like I was telling somebody earlier today, you know, they had every excuse from Sunday on why they didn't do what they did or were supposed to do. Excuses don't do anything but piss people off. That's pretty much it. That's all excuses do. So, you know, and you know, you can have every excuse in the world on why something didn't happen, and you can blame everybody in the world. But at the end of the day, a coward doesn't look at themselves. I'm gonna have to say it like Willie D now. Yeah. A coward doesn't look at themselves. It's always somebody else's fault. And then there's some folks who just don't care. I mean, that's just bottom line. They got their little con artist game going. They how can I put this? They stick to the script. They got a script. This is how I'm going to swindle money out of you. And there is no remorse. They might be a good actor or a good actress, but deep down, there's no remorse on what they've done. And some of them are so sick-minded, they feel like they're justified in robbing and stealing from people. Pretty sad. That's a coward, and they're lazy. I don't like getting up every morning and having to go to a 9 to 5. I would love for my business to be built up enough to where I'm getting passive income and I don't have to worry about busting my hump. You know what I mean? So you got some people who are just not willing to do right. But if you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe. I thank you guys for joining me. Really do appreciate you. Like I said, we're doing a little night drive. Headed to one of my rentals. Got to talk to a tenant. And pray everything goes well. I think I told you all this once before, but I was talking to somebody and telling them I was going to get into the rental business and into the real estate business, period. And they were like, oh, you're going to get eaten alive. And at first it bothered me, and I'm like, why did you say that? I was like, because you have too big of a heart. I'm like, wow. So me, I don't know. I like challenges, and I took that as a challenge. And I'm like, I'm not going to change. I'm going to be me, and I'm going to be successful. And I'm going to tell you right now, it is hard as hell. People, it's hard. It's hard trying to be a nice person, trying to be a good person, because some people see that as a weakness and they want to try to exploit it or take advantage of it. And then I have to show the other side of me, like, I know what you're doing and I'm not cool with what you're doing. So we're either going to put us into it. We're going to put it into it one way or another. We can continue to do business and you do right, or we end our business relationship. That's the way I look at it. And whether people realize it or not, landlord-tenant is a business relationship. I've been blessed with some of the best tenants that I think any landlord would love to have some of my tenants. And then I've had a few that just, they wasn't going to do right. I don't have no ill will, it's just business. But I know not to deal with you again. So again, please hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you for listening to me ramble on. This is Whalen Enterprises Live. Just talking about a little bit of business, sharing a little bit of what I've learned with you guys. I'll tell you what 2025 has taught me is patience, or I need patience. It ain't taught me patience. It's taught me that I need patience. It's taught me that I need to slow down, do better research, do better background checks. I got to do the legwork, and it's going to take up a lot more of my time. But at the end, I'm trading this time to buy my time for later on down the road. Okay, so that's what I'm looking to do. A friend of mine, I think he's trying to get his LLC started. So he's wanting to get into the real estate game. I asked him, well, as a matter of fact, he was on my live a couple of days ago. Y'all check that out. As a matter of fact, it was Whalen Enterprises Live 38, I believe. He was on there and he was talking about what his strategy is for his new developing business. And he's got some pretty good ideas, and like me, he is ahead of the game as far as some of the things that you need to get started. A lot of people, when they start from scratch, man, I mean that's just what it means. They start from nothing, and they have to build their knowledge, and then they got to build their finances to be able to fund their business venture. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's going out there and working 2 jobs, or asking for investors to invest in their projects. And he's ahead of the game like myself. God bless me, that's for sure. It would take some, like I said, some landlords start from scratch. It would take them a while to get to where we are, and we are nowhere near where I want to be. I'm just saying that. But I don't know. I don't know if I know I would have. It'd have been harder for me to stay in the game starting from scratch from the bottom. But I think I would have been able to do it. But anyway, yeah, I've rambled on enough, guys. I'm here. If you are new to my programming, I always like to end it with this: if everybody's a servant, everybody gets served. Okay. And I know that word seems ugly, a servant, but it's actually one of the greatest things that you could be in the Bible is a servant. So if everybody is a servant, everyone gets served. I mean, when people talk about the Bible, they act like it don't make any sense, but when you really think about it, it logically makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of things that God has told us to do and not do that makes sense. And there's reasons behind that, and there's science behind it. So, all right, I'm going to leave that alone. I love you guys. I hope that you all have a blessed day, and I will be talking to you soon. All right, y'all be good.